Hey everyone, this is my review of Elden Ring, and I just want to preface before we get started that this is my first Soulsborne game ever, so take everything I say with that in mind, okay? Also, if you haven't beaten the game, this is your spoiler warning because I do talk about some of the bosses that are near the end game. And with that being said, I hope you guys do enjoy my review. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share the video with your friend. I also do stream on Twitch every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so links to that will be in the description down below. Enjoy the video. I've hardly ever played any of the Soulsborne games, for more than a few hours at least. I attempted Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, and that's about it, but they've never seemed like my type of game. I never understood why people enjoyed them being as difficult as they are. Well, when I heard George R.R. Martin was assisting on the new From Software game, I was definitely intrigued. And when Elden Ring finally did come out, I told myself I would give this game its fair shot and at least attempt to play it. All I can say is I was absolutely blown away with Elden Ring. Elden Ring is like other Soulsborne games for sure, but the thing it does so differently for me is that if I get stuck somewhere, I can just leave and come back later on whenever I want. I'm not stuck sitting at one boss for hours on end with no end in sight. For example, when I got to Margit, I thought, this is my roadblock, I will truly never pass this point. Well, I explored around the world and fought about 5 or 6 other bosses and got some levels under my belt and came back stronger and with much better weapons and gear and breezed through. I didn't personally get that with Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. I want to also emphasize how much I love the world From Software and George R.R. Martin have built. There is not a single thing in this game that isn't there for a reason, and it makes for such unique gameplay moments for every single player that plays the game. The bosses in Elden Ring are definitely a sight to behold, from Margit to Malekith to Radigan to Millennia. Each boss was unique in their own way. They each challenged me and brutally beat me to a pulp until I was forced to learn all their patterns. Even if Soulsborne games aren't your thing, I would still highly recommend you just go check out the bosses in this game because they deserve the praise they've been getting. The music in this game for me was subpar until near the end. I just didn't pay any attention to the music because none of it spoke to me. With the exception of the music for Malekith and Radigan, those boss themes got me absolutely hyped. I also slowly became a fan of the way the boss fights went in this game. Near the end, it started to feel convoluted with bosses, just being thrust upon you, and it felt endless. But the bosses are so unique and punish you in their own way that it makes the endgame almost feel like a gauntlet that you have to finish in order to get to the final boss of the game. For example, you start on the Godskin Duo, and they punish you extremely hard and show you this endgame will be grueling, and if you are not prepared with your level and gear, you will be punished. Then, later on, you are confronted by Malekith, and Malekith is there just to pulverize you into submission until you learn his pattern.
We did it! We fucking did it! We fucking did it! Let's fucking go!
And you also fight unique people like Gideon, who is a mage who seems like you can just rush him and pound him, but his revenge value will make you pay if you overstay your welcome. We'll see about that, bitch. You take all of these bosses and they prepare you for the final fight against Radigan. The fight takes everything you've learned from the other bosses that I mentioned, and it takes it up another notch, especially in his second form when you fight the Elden Beast. Overall, the bosses in this game are done superbly well. Well, with the exception of the Godskin Duo. I hate them. They don't stagger. They just push you and push you and push you endlessly, and even if you manage to kill one, they just resurrect each other. And it truly made me want to quit so badly when I fought them. While I did thoroughly enjoy Elden Ring, it isn't without its flaws. I had many deaths that occurred because a boss would just phase through a wall to hit me. Hell, I had numerous bugs that just take me away from the game experience entirely. The entire snowy area of the map was constantly glitching just because I know it probably takes a lot to render all the snow that's there, but it was a little glitchy for me. But my biggest gripe with this game is that Elden Ring's story is by far my favorite thing about it. But if you do not go out of your way to read every single parchment, talk to every NPC, or explore every single nook and cranny, and discover all the secret areas, you could probably miss a lot of the story. For example, Radigan. Did you know that he went out of his way to learn gravitational magic just so he could ride his favorite horse? That is kind of why he looks a little derpy, this gigantic man riding this tiny horse. But how fucking cool is that? And not everyone is like me and goes and watches lore videos for hours on end. However, I am glad that I did, but still, I want everyone to be able to experience the story without having to 150% the entire game. I've been told multiple times that this is how most Soulsborne games approach their stories in every game, but personally, I just don't vibe with that. I understand if there are some secrets hidden away, but when the entire story is dependent on you talking to every NPC and completing every mission, and you still might not know everything, I just feel that's a misstep for me. And I know a lot of you will say, but that's how the games are supposed to be. But I just personally don't enjoy it like that. Nevertheless, I had an absolute blast in my first completed From Software Soulsborne game. I would highly recommend this game to anyone who is on the fence with jumping into this universe because this was an absolute gem of a game. Because of my few critiques with Elden Ring, I do have to give it a 9 out of 10. And I know it will be in contention for Game of the Year. The way the story is handled is the only thing that keeps it from a 10 out of 10 for me personally. So, what did you think of my review? Did you enjoy it? Was there anything that I missed? Anything that you want to discuss? Please make sure you leave those in the comment section down below, and I would love to get a discussion going. Well, with that being said, I've been Rojin. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friend, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.